A pleasant day to everyone. I am Hanilet S. De La Cruz from BSE 4A from Nueva Ecija University of Science and Technology, San Isidro Campus. And now I am going to discuss Unit 4 about acquiring knowledge and skills to be a global teacher. In this unit, you will learn how to become and compete into the national arena as global teachers. Being aware of what international proposition from different parts of the world through a common medium or avenue. Knowing and understanding the emerging discipline whose aim is to create equal educational opportunities from diverse racial, ethnic, social class, and cultural groups. The role of technology towards globalization, and why do we need to join the teacher exchange programs. Let me give you the objectives. At the end of the lesson, I am be able to explain the role of globalization to education, describe the critical attributes of the 21st century teachers. Our first topic is all about acknowledging the role of globalization to education. What is globalization? Globalization, as viewed at Sun 11 Institute, is a process of interaction and integration among the people, companies, and governments of different nations. It is a process mechanically driven by international trade and investment and practically run by information technology. This process affects the environment, the culture, the political systems, economic development and prosperity, as well as humans' physical well-being in societies around the world. This current wave of globalization has been driven by policies that have opened economies domestically and internationally. Many governments have adopted free market economic systems, vastly increasing their productive potential and creating myriad new opportunities for international trade and investment. Globalization and education. The issue of globalization has become a widespread topic and phenomenon in all fora on education all over the world. It has influenced almost all human activities involving politics, economy, culture, technology, and even education. As teachers, we are facing great challenges in preparing the youth for demands of the society. You need to prepare the youth to become multi-skilled individual, adaptable, diverse, innovative, and creative to meet 21st century skills demands to compete in a global arena. A globalized world and its driving forces are posing new challenges to education for families, schools, universities, and lifelong training. Education and globalization are closely interrelated as education played a significant role in building a nation. The exchange of trade and industry in human activities is not going to prosper without citizens who are equipped with expertise of knowledge and skills to fully operate and transform the society into a rapid global economy. Core values and competencies. Global education promotes core values which include peace and non-violence, social justice and human rights, economic well-being and equity, cultural integrity, ecological balance, and democratic participation. Among the core values and competencies include self-worth and self-affirmation, affirmation of cultural and racial differences of others, critical thinking, effective and world-of knowledge, communication skills, non-violent conflict resolution and mediation abilities, and ability to envision alternatives and effective organizing. Global education. The concept of global education begins with the realization of the many issues affecting our society, like poverty and inequalities brought upon the uneven distribution of resources, violation of human rights, deterioration of environment, and many others. Recognition of these problems leads to a better understanding of their underlying factors. Thus, transform people's attitudes and recognize their own roles and addressing the issues affecting the society. Global education encourages people to become responsible and active global citizens. Challenge to global teachers. Global education in a wider perspective includes and encompasses various areas of education that involves human rights, education for peace and conflict prevention, development education, education for sustainability, and intercultural education. Thus, describing a global dimension of education for global citizenship. As educators in the 21st century, teachers are living in a challenging time and in a controversial world. The teachers are the facilitators and implementers of knowledge, and they play a vital role in promoting global education. Since learning will not take place without the teacher, it follows that without teachers, globalization in education is far from reality. In globalization context, what a global teacher in the 21st century must be characterized. Educators have identified characteristics or attributes critical to 21st century education. In this figure shown, a modern-day teacher needs to be aware and understand the herein attributes of the 21st century teacher. Here are the critical attributes of the 21st century teacher. Integrated and interdisciplinary global classroom, 21st century skills, relevant, rigorous, and real-world, creating and adapting to constant personal and social change and lifelong learning, project-based and research-driven, student-centeredness, and technologies and multimedia. First is the global classrooms. Education in the 21st century aims to produce global citizens by providing students knowledge on global issues and make them aware and recognize their roles in responding to the global concerns. This critical attribute of the teachers requires the need to include current global issues, concerns in the classroom discussions. 21st century skills. Education in the 21st century promotes the skills needed to be functional and useful citizen of the society. Education should not be confined to learning the basic skills, but should move toward the acquisition of 21st century skills that would help the students gain global perspective. You should learn to utilize your skills in creating thinking, problem solving, and decision making, and ICT literacy. Relevant, rigorous, and real world. It is based on actual and authentic experiences of the learners. Learning acquired is relevant to the present and contingent situations that would help them become a valuable member of the society. This critical attribute implies that topics are taught using current and relevant information and linked to real-life situations and contexts. And that ends my topic for today. It will be continued. Thank you for listening. God bless everyone.